Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, blue 80, Mike 51, Tommy, here we go,
On 1st and 10, Winston. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. A big play there on the first play of the game. 42 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Winston. Stocker's got it. Complete. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Flip.
Winston. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
White.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Ready. Black 22. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Pilot 64. Weak. 5.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Swift. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers. His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
All day, dog. He's crossing. He's checking.
To throw is Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
On first down, Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Taking a shot for Samuel. He's got it with the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 62 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, look at the juke. This one into the hands of Burton. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now Winston. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Ready? Black 25. Hey, stop. Slam.
First down, Winston. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Cleveland Farrell, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll lose yardage, brought down at the 32. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. So on the heels of the sack, they knock him backwards in the running game.
So now it's up to the offense coordinator talking directly into the helmet of his quarterback to instill a little bit of confidence here. Call the play with authority, call with confidence, and let him know.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Watch the twist.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Key 26.
On second down, Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 44, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Third and long for Winston. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
On the double. 58, come on. Yeah.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's got Burton here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Hey, Wood.
They're going to look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So for Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
2nd and 6. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Let's go now.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Pull it high. Hey, rock it. Rock it.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep down the... Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the road. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot. Ready?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Here we go.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Yo, Jackrabbit.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there.
Let's 57's right. Hey, come on now.
They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
We go. 90 Wolf. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
They'll run on first down. Swift. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston, complete to Hilton. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Buccaneers.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense.
They'll run it with Johnson. And an alley to run. A big run there by Johnson. Give him 52 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Black 22. Let him know.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Great coverage there holds them to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it here with Thompson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Winston. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain. I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. It's Thompson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Winston. Room to run past midfield. Stocker's got it. Complete. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Winston. Flush to his right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Wait. Check nickel.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That sack by Khalil Mack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Hey, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards, first down Packers. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line. 29 is the Mike 29. I got you.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Bucs, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.